In this video, we're going to solve question 3. It's a continuation on the paper that we've been solving. That's mathematics for economics. So pardon me for taking this video in the night. All right. So question 3 reads, So if you haven't watched the video on set, I would encourage you to do that. More especially if you still have difficulties in this same topic. So I'll drop the link in the description, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. Suppose Zicta interviews 14,530 subscribers to ascertain customer preferences for top 3 telecommunication companies: Airtel, MTN, Zamtel. So I think the key that this is very important for you to know is to understand the question. So now the question continues. Of these, Airtel is preferred by 8,140 subscribers, while MTN is preferred by 5,540 subscribers, and Zamtel is preferred by 4,010 subscribers. If 3,150 prefer both Airtel and MTN, and 1,820 prefer MTN and Zamtel, while 1,030 prefer Airtel and Zamtel, and only 300 prefer all the three, find the following questions have been given here. Now, the key here is about understanding the question. So to help you with the calculation, I would encourage you should have something like this. So this is data. You collect the data that you are given. So we've got the total number of people who were interviewed. This is, shows the total number of people who were interviewed, and those who preferred Airtel, those who preferred MTN, and those who preferred Zamtel. So when you have something like this, it will help you in terms of your computations or calculations. Now, if you have a problem like this, you should know that since you're dealing with about 3 entities, I would encourage you come up with, even if the question didn't specify, automatically you should have the idea of coming up with a Venn diagram. So a Venn diagram will help us to make some calculations. The thing is that when you come up with a Venn diagram, even some of these questions which are down will be, you would have already answered them. So let's try to come up with a Venn diagram of this question. So you should have something like this. So this is our Venn diagram. So we'll label this as Airtel, this is MTN, and this is Zamtel. So pardon my handwriting. So now, since we've been given those who preferred Airtel, MTN, Airtel, so let's also indicate that here on our data set. So when you include that, you're going to have something like this. Okay, now we've got more information, and it will be very easy for us to do the computations. So the key thing here now is this. It's what we're going to start with. So you must know that and, whenever you see and, it means an intersection. And means an intersection. So the information that we have is that 300 preferred D, 300 was preferred, or 300 preferred all the 3 courses. So we've got this. This is where all the, this is where all the 3 telecommunications companies share what they have in common. And that's the number of people who use all the networks. So you include 300 there. Now, since we have 300 here, we know that, so we'll include the 300 here. Now, you must know that since we said and means intersection, so we have got the number of people who used who preferred Airtel and MTN. So from that, they didn't say this, they only preferred Airtel and MTN. So meaning amongst these people, there might be some people, or there are some people who preferred Zamtel as well. But not to confuse you. So what you should do when you have a question which says Airtel and MTN, you must subtract those who preferred all the three. But if in the question it is stated that those who preferred Airtel and MTN only, then you must not subtract. So let's work with what we have here. So if you subtract these figures now, so we're going to compute these numbers, Airtel and MTN, Zamtel and MTN, we'll put them in their intersections, but to subtract from 300. So let me just do that. So you must have something like this when you do the subtraction. So since we have all these in their intersections, we want to find the number of those now who used Airtel only. So when you add this, and whatever is here, you must get the total number of those who used Airtel. So what we'll do now, we have this, we have this, we have this. We'll add this and subtract from the total number here. And what will remain is what to write in this box. So we'll add this, and subtract from this total number of those who used Airtel. Then we have the value of Airtel, where if we add everything here, we should have this. So this applies to those who used MTN. We'll add this and this and this and subtract from the total number of those who used MTN. So that when we add everything in here, we should have that total number. The same applies for those who used Zamtel. So let me just do the addition. You can as well try that and compare. You pause this video and do the comparison. Yeah, so you must have something like this after doing your calculations. Now the question continues, but the thing is here, is that before you even go to the questions, try to compute everything in here and see if they'll give you this total number of those who were interviewed. If not, then it means you have people who did not prefer any of these. And when I add everything here on my calculator here, I'm getting so when I add everything, I'm getting 11,990. That's what I'm getting when I add all this. So when I subtract this 11,990 from the total number of people who were interviewed, I'm getting a balance of 2,504. So this means they did not prefer any of this. So you can write this down here to show that they